And we're back. Sorry, I had a phone call come in. That was my delivery. He'll be here in 25 minutes with my deer fence, and we're gonna unload it off the truck. And I'm gonna bring it down to as close as I can to where we're putting the fence in around the raised area. But I'm gonna turn you around and give you a tour. All right. Down there you can see the raised bed area, and then there's in-ground area that's going to be planted out, and oh, here we'll go this way. All this stuff is just being put in on this property. This class 5 little gravel road was just put in over the last few days, and let's see, we got this pathway. That's going to go to a big fire pit, and then around the edges of this there's going to be some fruit trees, or shade tolerant berry bushes and fruit trees and other things that can grow in partial shade. But there's going to be a gathering area, and on top of the rooftops here we are going to be putting or we're going to be using these rooftops as water catchment systems. So we're going to get the big 250 or 350 gallon tanks and capture the water off these rooftops, and then we can gravity feed that water, filtered clean water, to our planting area down here and everywhere else. But here we're going to go down. Here's the this grow area is 150 feet long by 85 feet wide. So I'm going to take you here. Okay, these have just been planted out, set in, and if you ever do a raised bed area, a garden area, make sure you fill your boxes before you or just fill them in row by row, because what we did here, you put some class 5 down and then you tamp that down, you get a nice solid base underneath. Okay, and then you roll the landscape fabric over that for any future weeds to come through. And then what's going to happen is, in between these raised beds is going to be pea gravel. So we're going to have gravel pathways in between all the beds, and there's grow beds over here, and there's going to be fruit trees all along the end. You can see there's a peach tree back there, and wow, I can't remember what those other two are so far, but there's gonna be a lot of trees, and then there's gonna be a nice long row of blackberries here on this side. But here's the corner post right here. This is my corner post. So 150 feet down, and then 85 feet across the corner, 85 back to me. These two trees will be inside the fence line, and yeah, that's just the way they wanted things. And instead of getting rid of these trees, they're just going to be inside the fence line. And then on the outside of the fence, we're going to grow a lot of you know, some other stuff that the deer and the wildlife won't bother, and but obviously perennials. It looks like there's some chives in the ground over here already, and I don't know what else is planted over here, but all these boxes are planted out. Then you got some fake coyotes back here and a fake owl, a couple fake owls. But once the fence is up, don't have to worry about those anymore, because it's going to be 8 feet high, and we're going to have a 10-foot double swing gate. And I don't know if we're gonna put it this way or come in from this way off the path. I'm not really sure, but we'll see. I might have to extend this corner post out to the corner of this landscape fabric to have a lot more room at the entrance when you come in, you know, once you come inside, because when they put the beds down, that's only given about 4 feet when you open the gates, because you're going to be coming in here with a garden tractor and one of them four-wheelers, so want to be able to turn the corner if you have to and get the big wheelbarrows and stuff in here. So we might have to adjust that a little bit, but the fence, I'm going to set the corner post tomorrow and the gate posts. There's going to be a 10-foot double swing gate in the front, a 10-foot double swing gate in the rear, and they looks like they accidentally sent me a single 4-foot gate that was supposed to be removed from the order, but they didn't remove it. So gonna probably put that over there somewhere on the back corner, or in the middle somewhere over here by where that peach tree is. So we're gonna use it since they sent it. And well, there's gonna be a 3 gates on a 150 by 85 foot garden area. Is be pretty useful, and they're gonna use them all. But this is Cedar Grove Farms in Stillwater, or Lake Elmo, some say. But this is all going to be planted out soon. And over here you can see the cattle fence, or cattle pens. That was a raised garden area there, and we were going to replace that with a new enclosed raised garden bed area with the deer fence all in one. I'm sure you've seen them before, but this would be 20 feet by 20 feet or 24 by 24, and it will have a entrance, a gate entrance, but it will be 8 feet high, with the raised beds will be attached to the entire structure, so it will all be built in place. And this is a sugar shack that used to be used for making syrup from all the maple trees on this property, and that's, I don't know what's going to happen with that. But yeah, this, we're waiting on this here because his water system, his water tank, or maybe it's his propane, I don't know, he might have to put it in this area, and because where it is now, it can't be replaced because there's some new codes with city, so it had to be moved. So it's possibly going to go there. If it doesn't go there, then we're going to replace that with the raised bed area, but that is not a priority right now because of waiting on that. But as you can see, there's the house up there. Got this little maintenance shed here for the garden, and then over here we got a big garage, and then we have that big barn back there, and that is being rehabbed and is going to be an event center, so people can book bachelorette parties, weddings, and all that type of stuff. And in a year or two, when this property is mature with all the fruit trees and berry bushes and all the perennials that will be planted on this property, it's going to be beautiful. So people will become, it's actually going to be, that home will be used as an Airbnb also, I think. So you can rent the house out along with the event center, and then you'll be staying in a food forest, and you'll have food all over. And I think eventually there'll be a pond in here. I'm sure there'll be fish in it. And then what else? Oh, chicken coop. Probably gonna be a chicken coop and possibly some tiny homes in the back for Airbnb, because there's plenty of room back here to put a couple of shipping container homes. There's 15 or 20 acres total here. So as you can see, the whole tree line, lot of land to work with. And yeah, this is all, this area here is basically 2 weeks old, and it's just little by little. But I'm gonna wait for this deer fence to come and get that unloaded, and then I can get home and start making my plans for tomorrow to come out here in the morning and set all my corner posts and gate posts. And then Monday morning, bring my crew out here and we will knock it out. It's a heavy poly fence, so it comes in a big roll of I think 250-foot roll. It's 8 feet high, and all you do, you stand it up and you zip tie it to the posts and roll it out. It's pretty simple fence to set up. It's deerbusters.com. I put another one up that was 80 feet by 50 feet, so not as big as this one, but still a good size fence, and got it up there in a